Hi everybody, we've got another solo chicken dinner walkthrough on Vikendi, but what I want to talk about and concentrate in this video is breathing, and how I think that breathing properly is the key to winning solo chicken dinners a lot of the time. If you can control your breathing and you can relax yourself with breathing, that will give you a better chance to win. So let's start off straight away. When you can see the map, and this applies to all the maps, just not Vikendi, before you decide where to drop, and with this sort of south to north flight path, I'm going to drop on the east coast somewhere where there isn't any towns, any named towns, sorry. Just relax, take a couple of deep breaths, prepare yourself for the game, think, right, that's where I'm going to land there. And then just kind of visualise what you're going to be doing. You're going to be jumping far, going to be looting up in peace, seeing where the circle goes, deciding whether to do a hard shift around the circle to get my back to the coast. Say the circle's over on the west coast. If it's on the east coast, thinking about where the quiet side of the circle is and making my way there. Also, you've also got the other side of the thing of the winning a chicken dinner. Well, not just winning the chicken dinner, but getting to those final circles is as you're approaching the final circles. Give yourself the time to, take a deep breath. Just relax, look at the circle, think about where people are, where you could go to avoid those people or to engage them if that's what you want to do, and then dive in. So there we go, so breathing. So what I'll do now is I'll cut to the last sort of 10 minutes of the game. Basically what happens with this game actually is the circle goes southwest of Cement Factory, as you will see in a moment. And by the magic of video editing, we've now jumped forward to this roughly sort of 10-11 minutes. So I've carried on moving along the sort of about a quarter of the way in from the east coast, running parallel with the river. I'm very aware that people would have probably crossed the river. Oh, I'm just engaging this guy. I just put this on here. Yeah, so this guy, watch this, is quite funny. I blat him a load with my SLR, and then he gets stuck on a rock. Oh dear, and I finished him off with my suppressed 4 and 6. There we go. So I'm just kind of northwest a little bit of Cement Factory. I'm very aware that people would have been crossing the river a little bit north of my position, where the last bridge is, and the last bit of frozen bridges as well. Frozen water is as well. So and I can hear gunfire down in that sort of little hamlet down there and along towards the river. So I'm not that confident, but I have got some good kit. I've got a suppressed SLR, which is always very nice, and I've got a suppressed 416. So yeah, I managed to find an assault rifle suppressor on Vikendi. I've got enough ammunition, I've got plenty of meds, I've got a grenade and some smokes. I always feel that I can never find enough grenades on Vikendi. I'd like to, if you could have a minimum of 2 or sort of 3 would be great, especially in solos where you're trying to get something. So again, talk about breathing. So I'm just taking a moment to take a breath, to relax, to boost up my characters, to have a look at the map, to drop my dot in the centre of the circle. For me, that's very important, that dot, because it means that I can work out, right, okay, so at the centre of the circle, that's not where I want to go, but that's the rough direction I want to be in. And in this case, if I want to get closer to the river, I would run to the right of the dot. But, there's no way I want to do that because I'm going to be crossing the line of scrummage, if you like, where all that gunfire is coming from. I want to be sort of staying along these rocks as much as I can, watching the Cement Factory because I don't want anybody popping out at me and surprising me, and then making my move into the circle very late. Remember, in Vikendi, the circle moves incredibly slowly. A lot of the time, well, most of the time, so it does give you the time to make those tactical decisions, those strategic decisions, in fact, about where you're going to go and what you're going to do. And then you have to make the sort of second to second, minute to minute tactical decisions about what cover you're moving to. Now, you'll notice that I'm staying behind cover. I can hear all this gunfire going on. I can't see anybody shooting at each other, but I'm very happy that I'm in the last 10. There's 8 people alive, including myself. So, the blue's right behind me, but I'm not making any rushes. I'm thinking, right, what cover am I going to go to next? What cover am I going to run to get there? So I'm looking at these rocks down there. So the blue's coming. I don't want to sort of waste my health, right? So let's move to this rock. Again, I'm not going to run all the way to safety yet. I don't need to. The blue run comes in so slow. Just very carefully looking around. Where is everybody? So I've got enough time to engage somebody, or at least fire at them to do some damage. So they put their head down. That'll give me enough time to get into the safe zone. So we're in the safe zone now, but this isn't this isn't great cover, because people could see me from the sides around the flanks of the circle. So as you can see, I'm jiggling from left to right. I may well have a level 3 helmet, I may well have a level 3 vest, but I don't want to take a headshot. Now there's a chap over there. He's a long way away, but I've got the SLR with the suppressor on, so I could take a pop to put him. Oh, actually, I see that dead body. I think that's somebody, but it isn't. Now there has to be someone, or at least more than one person, over in those houses to my left, and I'm thinking there has to be people at these rocks as well. As it turns out, there isn't. So I'm just scoping them out with the 4 times, jiggling, swapping back to the 416. So again, take a deep breath, put a dot in the centre of the circle. I've got plenty of time. There's still 50 seconds left before I have to make my move. I want to let other people expose themselves, get into their little gunfights, let them expend their ammunition, get their ammo, get their oh, here we go. So I'll take a go at this guy. Although I couldn't, it would be very lucky if I killed him with the SLR, because I've got the suppressor. I'm not that bothered about giving away my position, because although people can hear the rough direction it comes from, they're not exactly sure. But it means I've now damaged either that guy's helmet or his armour, and he won't be able to pick any more up. So there's a little gunfight going over at that house. So I'm aware that I am going to have to move in a second. We've only got about 10 seconds left. So while the gun fires, I'm just going to move to this little rock. Yeah, and I don't want someone coming around from that house towards me. Right, the guy's come out of the house, the guy who won that gunfight. Yeah, somebody else died over to my right. Now this guy's running across my field of view. He should have stopped, but he keeps on going. The SLR finishes him off. So going to move up to this next little rock, using it as cover. So I'm pretty sure to my left where that house is clear, but I don't know where these other people are. I'm pretty sure there's a guy behind that rock there. Remember, there's 4 of us, and I'm scared that there's someone to my right. Again, just concentrating on breathing easy. Right, another gunfire to my left. So there's another guy down to the house. So there's one person there, and I know there's one person at this rock in front of me. He's the chap I saw earlier. So now it's a case of who's going to shoot at who first? Have they seen me, or have they not seen me? Right. So the guy from the houses is moving left to right along the coast of the river, on the river line. And can I see what else is happening? Okay. So somewhere over there they killed each other. Now I'm not sure if the guy at the rock killed the other guy, or it was the guy from the house. So I need to move, so I'm just going to move up and take this rock here. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure he's behind that rock in front of me, that sort of lighter coloured rock. But I'm not dead sure. It could be, because of the way that the land curves off towards the river, he could be anywhere. Also, one of the good things you do is, after you've killed somebody, especially in the final circles, you relocate, you move around the circle. So even though you've given away your position initially by shooting and killing somebody, you can then rotate round. So I think, right, let's just check a grenade over it. Let's just see what we can see. So nobody moved, and that was quite a good grenade, landed behind the rock. So we've got 10 seconds before the circle comes in. I'm in the circle, so I don't need to move, but I just need to be very careful. I've got my character pressed up against that rock, so I can use the full advantage of third person perspective. I've got loads of boost, so let's stay at full boost, just in case I get into a gunfight. And then I'm just looking around. Where is this chap? No need to rush. Now going back to breathing, I'm just breathing, trying to breathe normally, breathing shallowly, fairly normally. Taking a deep breath just to calm down, because this is when the adrenaline starts to flow. This is when you need to make calm decisions. Right, he's thrown a grenade, so I just move around to this side of the rock, and he's given away his position. I now know he's sort of at 215, 220 in that direction. That's where he is. He's not behind that rock, so I can now position myself accordingly. So I'm just going to move up here just to get behind this tree. Right, I can see him now, and he's wearing a ghillie suit, and he's using something like an AWM, I think, or an M24. So I've got to be very careful I don't expose myself for too long. He throws a very good Molotov, sets me on fire, but instead of getting out his auto weapon straight away, he tries to black me with his 416 or whatever he's got. He also makes the mistake of now of not rushing me. So not only can I apply a med kit to get back up to full health, I can now take a boost to get right back up to full health. So, you know, he totally lost his advantage there. So now what I'm thinking now is just breathing normally, breathing deeply, staying relaxed, and just knowing that I've got position, I've got this big rock, and I've got this tree in front of me, and the circle's going to close and he's going to have to come out. So it's just a case of relaxing. I try and wing him at behind here just to like damage his armour or something, just to give me some sort of advantage, but he's doing well, he's hiding. So now it's breathe deeply, relax, you know, don't hang your head out, because he's got an AWM. If he hits me in the head, I'm going to die. I've got a level 3 helmet, but so as soon as he peeks, that's it, I'm done. Breathe deep. I know it's going to come down to both of us just running out. I throw a smoke just to see if I can make him break cover, which he does, and then he does well. You know, he goes left, goes right. But again, the deep breathing, the relaxing is enabling me to be calm, to keep my focus, to hit the target and win the chicken dinner. So remember everybody, breathing is key.